What's up, y'all? This is Jessica Ray, one of the digital editors at Rare Radar. And today we're going to be interviewing Monet. We're back at it again all month long. So I'm super excited for this interview. So let's go ahead and get her in here. There she is. Yes. Okay. Let me go ahead and add her. So we can... Yes. I think I added you. There we go.
Hello, friend.
Hi, friends. How are you?
I'm well. I had to slap a filter up here just because my skin is not looking the best.
Don't worry about it. You look beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
having me on this platform.
Of course. How was your day?
My day's been really good. I've been getting a lot of work done. I've been very busy. This week is the 1 year of MK & Co. for me.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's actually Friday, so I've been trying to do a lot of work, get a lot of client stuff done now so that this weekend I can relax and have some time to myself for the first time.
Yes. Well, weekends are well-deserved. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Let's just introduce yourself to everyone. Tell us what you do, what you represent. Just let us know who you are.
Awesome. Well, yes, my name is Monet, Monet Miller, but I go by Monet Kasseen. That's my middle name. I am currently a social media strategist and a social media manager based out of North Carolina. And I'm also a publicist. I created my own digital agency called MK & Co., and where we focus on social media management for small businesses to large businesses. And then we also focus on public relations services for beauty, entertainment, music, lifestyle. That's really my niche, so to say. So that's a little bit of my background. Currently, I have a lot of wonderful clients that I manage all the way down from social media to PR. But I'm just so happy and grateful for Jessica and Asia and everyone for thinking of me, literally for thinking of me. I say this so much, like little things like this, fuel me. And I'm just so grateful to have this opportunity to speak to you.
Yeah, so people don't know, it's Women's History Month. A couple days ago was International Women's Day. So this month we're embracing women throughout every single field, whether it's media, politics, just behind the scenes in publications and everything. Right. We're just embracing women all over the world because we sometimes go overlooked and not noticed because we do a lot of the background work without ever getting the praise for it. So this month, we're just trying to, shed light on some of the women that make the work get done. They sign the checks, honey. They do what they need to do. So that's why we brought you to this platform today. And, I just want to ask you a couple things just to inspire others that are watching that probably are in the same field or interested in the same field that you are in, and just to share your story and your journey with us. So let's just start from the beginning. So how did you start? Where did you start? What inspired you to start being a social media strategist?
Well, social media is, I hate to sound so cliche, but social media is my thing. I don't know, some of you guys, I know you guys follow me on Twitter. That's kind of where I started. Just really being authentic on that platform and using that in the beginning, this wasn't a good thing, but using it as a diary in the beginning, and now more so focusing it on work. Like, I didn't really know how I wanted to get into social media. I knew that I wanted to be in the media and entertainment business. Like I always tell people, my immediate goal is to eventually have my own talk show and things like that, but I never really thought of, it's like I've seen them and I was like, what is that? And then I went to college, I took courses, and then I was like, wait, this is something, that interests me. Of course, I'm dealing with family and they're telling me, oh, that's not going to make you any money, or that's not going to do this, that's not going to do that. So I'm thinking, okay, where do I need to go that's going to financially make sense for me, but also my family is going to support in a way to where they won't be like, oh my God, you're wasting your life and whatever. So I chose a different route. I chose communications with a minor in psych. sort of on the same track, you know what I'm saying? But then when I graduated, girl, I got a job in HR and customer service, because I just didn't know. Like I didn't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I started doing more research, and started playing around with my strengths, and people were telling me, hey, you really should, think about doing this as a business. And I was like, wait, what? Like, no, people don't do that. Then I researched and I was like, people do that.
do
So
it.
like they do. So
Yeah.
the beginning of COVID was when life really got real for me. I was at a job. I really didn't like it, but it was okay. But they were laying people off because of COVID. So I was in the group of the layoffs, and I had to make something shake. I had to make, a decision. Am I going to continue picking these jobs that I know I'm unhappy at, and I'm getting older and I need, security, and this is not it? So I took my last check. I invested it in my certifications. I began studying. Yeah, I began studying, researching, doing as much as I can. And then literally a week later, which would be this week, I launched. And it was
this time last year?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And I remember, and like every day this week, I can feel the emotions that I felt last year, like the anticipation, like, will people book with me? Will they care to book with me? You know what I'm saying? Do they understand how much money they can be making from social media? Do people understand like how I can help them make this money on social media? And when I first launched, it was just like a breath of fresh air. I got 2 clients right off the bat. And then the next thing I knew, I got like 5. And then I was just like, oh, wait, okay. People really are seeing what I'm doing. Like, okay, let's keep this steady.
Right.
And I think what was different about me was I'm just me. Like I told people the truth, about their social media platforms. I told them what I can do. And I was the type of person, hey, I can't tell you I can 100% give you this, but I can tell you the goals that we will achieve. I can tell you where we can get to. Because some people, they give into false promises, but I have been in their position, in their shoes, where I have a business idea and I just need some help. I just need that conversation. I just need that push. And I felt like that when I was in that position, I didn't have anyone. So that was my goal. My goal was to be the person that everyone else can lean on. Like that, I feel so much joy in my heart when people have consultations with me and I give them so much information. I go overtime all the time because it's like, I want you guys to understand the potential that you guys have, but I want you guys to think about how you can get there and make smart decisions and smart choices. So like when I tell people like I'm invested in this, it's truly, it goes beyond the money. It goes beyond, the networks and connections. It's the fact that my clientele comes back to me and my clients tell me, oh, Monet, I made 6 figures this month. Or, oh my God, Monet, I'm sold out. I'm booked out to the end of the year. Or, oh my God, like that fuels me more than my invoices sent. You know what I'm saying? Or things like that. And it makes me know like I'm doing my job. And I tell people all the time, I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? We're learning together, but it's been a blessing to have so many people kind of trust and really rely on me and really like invest in me so I can invest in them.
And I was going to ask you in the beginning, did you have a mentor? Did you have someone who like kind of guided you through the process?
No, like, and it's so crazy. Like I never, want to be rude or nasty, but like I was trying to look for them. Like I was in the beginning, I was so kind of confused on where to start. Like that's why I'm doing what I do for other people, because I was in the same position. I was like, oh, I don't know where to start. Like, I don't know what to do. And, a lot of people weren't really, everyone's about their coins, and I get it. Yeah. So it was, I'm never going to be the type of person to beg someone for their help, or to beg someone for some advice, or, to beg for anything. So I kind of just really did it myself. I sat myself down one day and I said, this is what I want to do. This is what I can offer. And I take it step by step. And I really took pride in that, because a lot of people take, bite off more than they can chew. And I kind of sat myself down and was like, okay, these are the types of services that I can offer clients right now. In 6 months, these are the types of services I can offer clients right now. So that's kind of how things went for me in terms of business, but it was just all me. Like,
yes. And we love that. So what kind of made you start your agency? Like, what fueled you to start everything?
So, social media management and public relations are two completely different fields. Yes,
Okay.
they go together. They can, they're definitely needed, but they are two different things. But the real reason why I started my agency was because in my research, because I tell all my clients, and this is a tip, do your market research when you're starting a business.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking and I was like, a lot of businesses kind of offer this, but don't offer this, or they offer, or, like really that's it. They offer one, they don't offer the other. And I said, how can I make this a one-stop shop? And in the beginning, that was my goal, wanting to do it all. Now, a year later, I'm scaling back and niching down because I have strengths and weaknesses just like everyone else. I
Right,
know,
right.
and I can be honest and say on this live that graphic design is my weakness. So that's something that I took out of my plan as much. Like I can do minimalist, but I let them know like this is what I can offer in
Yeah.
terms of that and things like that. But that's what I wanted. I wanted an agency where people could come to me for it all. Like we could start with the social media management. And once we got that together, once we got your Instagram platform together and we got your page organized, then we can move on to bringing the press to you. Once we got your product rollout together, then we can move forward to, okay, let's build that press and anticipation and get that press surrounding around it. So when I started, I was like, if I can teach them, we need to do this part first, before we move into the public relations portion. I was like, okay, then they'll understand what their investment is. They'll understand what they're investing in.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So
Because a lot of people get scared.
do you think most of your like clients actually understand that there's a difference, or is it kind of like a teaching process because you are, quote unquote, the expert and you're kind of guiding them through this process.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that most people know that there's a difference, or even that they're maybe under the same umbrella, but just might be like two different categories?
I feel like that I've had a nice mix.
Yeah.
Some clients that have come my way and that I still have in the beginning, they literally sent me messages saying, I need a publicist, but what they needed was a social media manager. There's so many different names and so many different roles. And that's what I start talking to my clients about, explaining to them the role of a social media manager, explaining to them what our job is to do versus someone like a virtual assistant versus a publicist.
Right.
Because in the beginning, like, yes, people were so confused. Like we still have people who combine the same thing. My mom even does it. You know what I'm saying? I've had to communicate with my mom and let her know, Mom, this is social media management. These are my roles for that hat. And this is my publicist hat. And this is what I do. So in the beginning, I like to distinguish and tell them like these are the roles so that they're more understanding, because sometimes I've had clientele that will reach out to work with me and what they think is they need a social media manager, but what they really need is a virtual assistant or an assistant anyways. So that a part of my job is letting them know what they're needing. And I could be like other managers and people who I've seen who let them keep them in the unknown and just, take them on as a client.
And not be transparent.
Yeah, but that doesn't, it never dawned on me to do that. I can't ever be that person just because I truly want my client to get it. Like when you're investing in me and this is my role, I want you to know my role so you aren't expecting something else. And then we have that disconnect,
So I know this month is Women's History Month, and there are a lot of women in your field that do something similar to what you do. So who kind of inspired you? Who do you kind of like look up to? Who do you not want to like work off of, but who like motivates you to get to that next level?
When I first started this journey, I really, really, really loved Karen Civil.
Yes.
I think that she is everywhere. I think that she keeps everything tight, and I think that she runs good campaigns and she's behind good campaigns. And I just thought, wow, like she's everywhere. She does it all. And that's someone that, you know, I really, really, really wanted to sort of be like when I was starting things. But now in this field of social media management, and also public relations, I've met so many women that are helping me on my journey, helping me fuel myself to being a better, you know, strategist. They tell me every day, excuse me, oh my God, they tell me every day.
Charlotte, girl, it's Charlotte.
I was like, okay. But they feel
Charlotte.
me. I hate it. I hate it here. They feel me every day in terms of my business and how to make everything stronger, because, you know, they literally, when I post something, they'll DM me and say, girl, up those prices. Like, look at those results that you're getting. So they pat me on the back. To name a few, Jazz, we have the same last name, Miller. She was one of the
Jazz.
She's one of the first friends I've made, and with PR, and she really, really, really helped me. She pushed me and got me out of that imposter syndrome that I had. And she's such a good friend to connect with. And Reagan, Farley, Candid, another Jazz, so another Jasmine. There's like 3 Jasmines, but they really, really, really push me. And I'm so grateful to have them in my tribe, because this has been a journey. You know, there's been days where I felt like, okay, we all have those clients that don't understand what I'm doing. They don't understand the nights that I stay up curating, pushing, you know, scheduling content to make you better, to get money in your pocket. And there have been, I'm just like, I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm grateful for Girl Tribe and even you too, we've talked about this too, for pushing me and telling me like, no, you got this, like you're doing good.
Yes, I mean, from the beginning, you know, we've been friends for years, but I did want to ask you, like, your social media presence, what is one of the most influential apps that has helped you to skyrocket your career, and why?
Girl, Miss Twitter is my thing. Miss Twitter owes me nothing. I love Twitter. Twitter is my platform to thrive. I'm on Twitter more than I am on Instagram. I'm on Instagram really for my clients, and then I'm on Twitter for myself. Twitter is where I would say 80% of my clientele comes from. And the reason why I say Twitter is where my clientele comes from is because that is where I'm completely transparent. Yeah. I feel like with the type of person I am, even though I work with people and I'm working on their aesthetics of their Instagram platforms or their social media platforms, with Twitter, you can be so relaxed. And I feel like for some people that's good, and for some people that's bad. But for me, I love it. I can screenshot something and put a little tweet out and show you guys, hey, these are my results from my client this past week. Or, you know, hey, I can do like little announcements. I'm always getting new clients from Twitter, and I love it. I think it's just a platform that's growing. Yes, it has mess, but you have to sift through it, you know. But yes, Twitter girl.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of people actually don't realize how influential Twitter has been. Like, it's been one of the most apps that's the longest, like, run for it to be still relevant. Like, Instagram has kind of, you know, fell off just a bit. They're trying to bring it back. But Twitter has kept its run for, like, decades now. Since we were in, like, what, elementary school, middle school? Like,
children being in Twitter jail.
Yes. Okay, so what is one accomplishment that has made everything feel like this is all worthwhile? Like the nights that you stayed up till 2, 3 a.m., you know, the not getting sleep. Like, what is one thing that's just like pushing you to keep going?
When my client hit my phone and said that they made 6 figures after we did one campaign rollout, like a week. And I know some people say that all the time, but look, I'm here to brag on my client. This was not they have 30 products in stock and all 30 was sold out. I'm talking, she made 6 figures from the sale. And I was literally looking like, okay, like, wow, like we do this, like we get
Yeah.
hashtag set hit. We didn't have to use any promotions. And that was a night we got on the phone and literally she cried to me, and I heard that and it literally brought tears to my eyes because I was like, oh my God, stop. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
But it made me feel like the work that I'm telling you, you know, the girl, I do get in little arguments with my clients. They love me. We fight like sisters, you know, for my girls, but I tell them, like, listen to me. I'm telling you, you know, what you need to do and how you need to be consistent on the platform of your choice. And during that little thing, that little moment we had, you know, she was like, okay, we're going to do it. And that result came, and it was just so rewarding because it's like, I'm not speaking and just, it's falling on deaf ears. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a social media manager, we repeat ourselves so much. And sometimes people still think, oh, well, just because she thinks she knows, she doesn't really know. I get that all the time until they try.
People that want to work with you see that, and it motivates them to even be able to work with you because they can get the same result. So I think it also like goes hand in hand. I think that's really awesome. I mean, if y'all ain't working with Monet, what are you doing?
Thank you. They're coming. I'm just so happy. It's been so good. Like, you really have to establish trust. That's really what I've learned. And you really have to show them like the results. That's why I'm very good at showing results. And I'm very transparent. I let people know, hey, I've been working with clients and we haven't gotten anywhere in a month and we're still trying things out. But that's a part of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, being transparent.
So at the end of all this, you know, your journey is amazing. I've watched it from the beginning. I know a lot of people in this live has watched it from the beginning to what it is now. So it's Rare Radar. This is a platform for people to be rare and different. So what makes you different? What makes you stand out from the rest? What makes you rare?
Oh my God, what makes me rare? I've never heard this question. I think this is very cute. Wow. You just put me on the spot. I feel like those girls who just, let me think. What makes me rare?
Die.
Like, look, what makes Monet rare? Like, I'm literally sitting here like, I think what makes me rare is...
Sorry, that was a low battery.
Is that ugly to say? I'm crying. I think what makes me rare is
What'd you say?
passion.
I'm sorry.
Is it my passion? Is that bad to say? Like, I feel like I care. I feel like I care so much about what I do that it scares me. That's where I've gotten now. I see that the results that I've been able to get people and the results I've been able to get myself, because not only am I working with clients, I do influencer marketing and I also work with influencers. So when I lob them to deals and things like that, like, I just feel like, oh my God, this just happened. And it just makes me like, I don't know, like sometimes I forget to send invoices out because I'm just so, hey, this is what we're going to do next month. This is what we're going to do this week. Like, I'm just so passionate about the results and making sure like I'm doing what I'm doing. So I know that was kind of lame, but I can't think of anything besides me being me. Like, if you know me, you know the type of person I am. I'm going to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to, yes, like, I'm going to tell you if it's terrible. I'm going to tell you if it's a bad idea. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know if you should spend money. It's like my passion for this. So I was born to do this.
I think also what makes you rare is it's like a girlfriend. Like, you're like a sister, and like your clients are talking to you like it's family, which makes it so easy to work with. It makes the dynamic so much lighter and like just an easier dynamic. And I don't know, for me, when we were working together, it felt like, I mean, we've been friends for a long time, but it was also kind of like, girl, let's talk. We were talking for hours and it didn't even feel like an hour. It was just so much knowledge, but also so many laughs and so much information that we were bouncing off of each other, which also makes it, I'm pretty sure your clients love to just,
that's what they say.
Do the consultations and everything is probably so much fun. So thank you so much, Monet, for joining. Go ahead and, for everyone who's like a late joiner, tell them where they can follow you, what, you know, on your Twitter, all your social media handles. Let us know where we can get in touch with you.
Definitely, you guys can follow me here on Instagram. Also, my agency page is called @MK&Co Agency. So you can definitely follow me there if you want to go set up a consultation if you want to work with me. I appreciate everyone on this live, all my friends. I've had some clients come up here. I love you guys. So yes, and thank you again, Jessica, Asia, the Rare Radar fam. Thank you so much for acknowledging me this month. This was great. I will always support. Yeah, and follow me on Twitter at WizMonifa.
Yes. Thank y'all for joining. Oh, someone just added your, yes.
Love my client. Thank you, Elle.
Yes. Thank y'all for joining. As you know, this month is Women's History Month, and we are embracing all women from different walks of life. If you can go ahead and follow Rare Radar, because we're going to be doing this all month long. And it's not only in North Carolina, it is in St. Louis and all around the world. So thank y'all so much for joining. Thank you, Monet, for taking the time out for me to interview you. I hope y'all have a wonderful day and happy Women's History Month.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.